Today's episode, we're at Field Operations, and I am so excited, as I always am, because we get to take a sneak peek look at the Recycle Right program. I know I'm going to go out there today and look inside some of these recycling containers and see exactly what some of our residents are putting in that's good and putting in that's not so good. Hopefully then we'll get to also see how that data comes back to the city of Greensboro so we can keep you more informed as citizens on what you should be doing for the future as far as your recycling containers. So sit back, relax, and let's go look in some cans today. And I'm here with one of my favorite co-workers this morning, Miss Tori. Good morning.
Good morning, Maria.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I have seen this van all over town, so I'm excited that hopefully we're going to talk a little bit about what you all do on the streets with this van.
Yeah.
But tell us about what this Recycle Right program is all about.
So Recycle Right is a way for the city of Greensboro to do a lot more monitoring with what is actually in the recycling can. Greensboro has a contamination rate or garbage in the recycling at about 22%. The national average for contamination is 5 to 10% across the country.
And we're at 22%?
Yeah.
What does that mean to us?
It means we have a lot of garbage in the recycling. It would be the equivalent of sending 4 super awesome recycling trucks down to our recycling center and then sending a garbage truck with them.
Wow.
And mixing it all together.
So what type of things do you all do to combat this? Because it doesn't sound like it's terrible, but it sounds pretty bad.
It is pretty bad. So what we're doing is we've gotten our recycling drivers involved. We have a full-time recycling inspector. He's been with the city a long time, but we're shedding some new light on him.
Good.
And then we've also increased our inspections just by having a few people do recycling inspections in addition to all of the other wonderful things that we do with recycling.
Wow. So it's not just you. There are other people out in the field.
Oh, there are a lot of people.
So tell me about the process. Exactly how does it work? Because I would imagine there's some technology that needs to be involved in order to make everything work. Because I must admit, I got a little sticker on my can a couple of weeks ago. Was I a bad girl?
You probably just had an oops. Just a small
We
issue.
like oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a small issue that that we need to correct.
Okay.
But what that was is probably our inspector went by and saw that there were plastic bags or maybe something else, like maybe some food waste in the recycling, or just a small issue, not something that's going to hurt anyone, not anything that's going to break the equipment, not something that's illegal to put in the recycling, because there are a few laws in place.
Okay.
And so we give people an oops sticker for that.
Okay.
You might also get a pink skipped sticker. So that means that there was so much garbage in your recycling that we're not going to pick up your recycling can until you maybe take that garbage out.
So in other words, my little no-no, it's good. I can put them somewhere else, like you said, take them to the grocery store, but don't think it's convenient by throwing in the good recyclable stuff and then just say, oh, I'll just tie it up and put it in the can. That's a no-no.
So the reason that plastic bags can't go in the recycling is because they actually gum up the machinery at the recycling center. So there's a bunch of turning cogs that help separate your flat paper and cardboard from your 3D bottles and cans. Those plastic bags, any kind of rope, hoses, cords, wire, clothes, all that kind of stuff, it tangles in the machinery, and then a human literally has to climb into that giant machinery and cut it out by hand.
Oh my
It's
gracious.
not a safe job. We're trying to decrease that.
Absolutely.
And and that also slows down the recycling process, and so then the city isn't going to get as much money for what we're recycling. So it's really important that we're all working together to make recycling better. We have this brand new app called GSO Collects.
I do have that.
Oh, yay.
I do have that. Yes,
So
I do.
GSO Collects is my baby. I love this app.
Okay.
It is Trash and Recycling Day reminders.
Yes.
They automatically adjust if we have a holiday or inclement weather.
Which is good, because sometimes we've had some weather lately.
I mean,
we
tornado,
Absolutely.
hurricanes, snow this season. We'll be using it then. So we automatically update that if we're going to delay our service or if we're going to cancel it.
And you just put your address in.
Yep, you
Right.
put your address in
Yes.
so that you get those notifications. Now, you might not have seen this on the app, but there are some other tabs within that app. Number one's the Waste Wizard. So you can type in...
I didn't see the Waste Wizard.
Yeah,
What
so
do you do with Waste Wizard?
You type in your question, like plastic bottle cap, and it's going to tell you, yes, you can recycle that on the bottle.
No way.
Not off the bottle. So you put your plastic bottle caps on the bottle to
Yes.
recycle them. And the app will
did
tell
know
you that.
Okay.
Or you could type in pen, and it's going to tell you put that in the garbage. Or paint, and it's going to actually navigate you to
where you
our
need to
drop-off location for that.
How cool. And that's your baby.
Yes, and there's one more thing that it does because
What does
it's
it do?
extra.
You're getting me so excited. I'm going to play with it probably throughout the day.
It's a little extra. So we've partnered with our communications department, and there's a little icon that is a wrench and hammer. And if you click on that, then you can report an issue, whether we accidentally missed your trash or recycling, there's a pothole or a street light out, or there's a traffic signal not working. You can report all of those things. Or if you just got something random you want to report, you can and just type in whatever you need to report, and that actually goes to our contact center, and they're kind of the heartbeat of the city, and they take it all in, and then they pump it out to the right department so that can be fixed.
And how important is recycling in general, if you could just tell the viewers?
A lot of people don't realize, like, we've heard recycling is good for the earth, since the 70s. So literally 50 years of it's good for the earth, it's good for the earth. What people don't realize is that there's an $18 million a year revenue just in North Carolina for our recycling industry.
$18 million.
Yeah. So every time that you're recycling, you are feeding into somebody else's job. You are providing a meal for somebody's kids because they have a job. But the sad thing is, only 30% of plastic bottles are even recycled. So that means 70% of plastic bottles are going into a landfill where they're doing nothing forever. So we really need to focus on making sure that we are not just recycling right, but recycling more.
Wow. I never thought of it like that, because not just at home should you do these things and practice these things. You should do it all the time when you're everywhere.
Well, and these facilities that are turning plastic bottles into really cool things like yarn right here in the Triad, they can't run their facilities on North Carolina collected plastic bottles because we don't have enough. So they're literally having to source from all over the United States and even Canada and Mexico. So that means we're buying other countries' waste to run our facilities, and we are throwing our waste in a landfill where it's going to do nothing forever, and we're having to buy other countries' waste. And if we would all just recycle more, then we wouldn't have to do that, and we would have a lot more industry, a lot more jobs, and really, if you think about it, your bottle, your can, your paper means jobs.
I love it. And that's what I love, jobs and everything. That's what this show is all about, making sure people know about employment.
And it's not just my job.
No, it's all of our jobs. So, well, I'm excited. You have totally pumped me up, and I know you've got some good things in store for me today.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I going to tag some cans?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so I guess I'm ready. So you want to show me what we need to do?
Well, we're going to head out to the field, and I'm going to teach you while we're out and about.
Perfect. All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
So we're in the field now. I have gloves, and I think I'm about to do some sticking and some learning. So now I have two friends. Hi, Tori. Who do we have with us now?
Maria, this is my colleague Laine. She's our recycling educator, and I wanted her to tell you all the really cool things that we do when we're actually looking in those cans.
Wonderful. And you got teal gloves, so we can't go wrong with that. So
correct.
Hi, Laine.
Hey.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So Tori's told me a little bit about why we recycle, what the program's all about. So first of all, tell us a little bit about what your role is as a recycling educator. What does that mean?
Yeah, so any type of outreach and education that is extended to our department or our program, facilitate any types of programs, activities. I also conduct the tours of all three of our sites. sites, the landfill, the transfer station, and also Republic Services, our recycling center.
Education, that's what it's all about,
It
because
is.
this isn't easy. People are used to just dumping everything, I hate to say it,
It's
from
true.
years ago in a trash can. So you're teaching them.
Yes.
And sometimes you teach and they don't do everything they're supposed to do while we're getting ready to check. Right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. We're going to go do some inspecting now.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
If we just want to take a look.
There's a jacket in here.
So this is going to be a skip cart, and so what we're going to do now is I'm going to tag it, and then I'm going to put an X on the cart so
Okay.
the drivers will see that, and then it will not be serviced at all until the trash is
Taken out?
and put into the correct container.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to exit on this side so that as the drivers approach,
Okay.
they can see it from this angle.
This is some fancy chalk here, Laine. Just X?
Yeah, just to
Right
give me
here?
an X. Yep. Yep. There you go.
Like that?
Yep. And just
Okay.
for fun, we'll do one on top.
I'm special.
Yeah, you were special.
Yay!
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to write the tag
On the can.
on the can. Yep.
Now, does this get a pink tag, a yellow tag, or?
Yes, this is going to be a pink tag.
Okay.
And so what were some of the things that we saw in there that you remember?
We saw a jacket.
Okay, so that's going to be clothing.
Clothing.
Clothing and shoes. Yes, let's do a Sharpie. That'll be better.
Okay.
So clothing and shoes.
So we saw clothing and shoes.
Yeah, clothing and shoes.
No diapers, thank
No
goodness.
diapers.
No.
Let's see. We're going to say hazardous household waste because
Yes.
there was the electronics.
Yes.
There were tanglers.
Scrap metal. I
Yep.
saw some metal and some stuff in there.
Let's see.
Because there was a hose too.
Yep,
so
and the hangers. Yep.
it was just a lot in there.
Yeah, there was a lot. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to date it. And today is the first?
Second.
And then I'll let you do the honors of sticking it
Oh,
down.
I get to stick.
Yes.
I hope nobody's watching me stick. I gave someone a
There you go.
ticket one time and I ran away. Okay, right here?
Yep, that's fine. So now we're going to actually tag it in the Mobile 311. That Tori
Got
mentioned
it.
earlier.
So what actually happens as a result of all of this? Are there fines associated? Is there money that people have to pay if they get these pink stickers?
Yeah,
As lovely as they
so
are?
there's no fines associated with the tagging or
Okay.
the Recycle Right campaign at all whatsoever. So essentially, after 4 tags, whether it be an OOP sticker or a skip cart sticker, within 6 months, if there's 4 tags in 6 months, we're actually removing carts. So if you are a recycler who's trying their best and they just get 1 or 2 tags, say for example a styrofoam egg carton, they mistakenly put that in there, that they'll see the sticker, they'll see the tag, they'll get the postcard, and then they'll remedy that problem.
Okay.
And then ideally moving forward they won't get any more tags after that, and after 6 months that first tag rolls off. So if there is a scenario where they accidentally put a plastic bag in there, there's not going to be a removal of the cart because it's been 6 months from that first time.
And the piece that puts it all together, the actual recycling truck, I think I'm gonna get a look at exactly what the truck is about. But first I get to talk to one of my good friends. Hey, Lonzo, how are you?
Good, how are you
Good,
today?
I'm good. So what do you do out here when you're actually picking up? What is the process? Tell me a little bit about what you're doing today.
Okay, so as you can see behind us here, we have an automated recycle truck. As I service each can through the neighborhood, I'm picking up the brown cans, I'm dumping the brown cans. I'm looking at the hopper camera, which I have in the truck, to see exactly what's in the cans. I'm looking for things like water hoses, clothes, shoes, stuffed bears, things that don't belong in the recycle can that contaminates the load. Therefore, once I see that, I put it in the tablet and it goes to Mobile 311. And then from Mobile 311, it goes to Tori, and Tori takes care of it from there.
So do you see all this just with your eye? Because I know you got a good eye. We've been in classes together. You got a good eye. But is this your eye, or is there some type of computer or something I heard that assists you?
It's mainly just what we see when we dump in the cans as a human. It's really, the camera puts it up there. It's a high definition camera, so we can see pretty much what's going on.
Okay.
So I pretty much dump it, look for things that contaminate the load, like I said, and go from there.
What types of things have you seen this morning?
This morning I've had yard waste, I've had water hoses, stuffed bears, shoes, clothes, mostly air conditioning filters, things like that.
In the
Styrofoam
recycling can?
in the recycling can.
Nothing worse than that, did you?
Not yet.
Okay, I hope when I'm with you, we don't see that either. So.
I hope so too.
But on a given day, you can see anything, right?
On a given day, you can see anything from food. Like yesterday, I had a can that our service was mostly food, was old spoiled food.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Why is this important in your viewpoint?
To me, it's important to recycle because, one, we're helping the earth. Two, it's reusing things. You save money in the long run when you start recycling things. So it's beneficial for everybody.
Okay.
It creates jobs. It helps everybody out.
Helps everybody out. Wonderful. I have a good feeling.
Okay, so there's a plastic bag, and I think I see like a toy.
A little toy.
Which we don't want toys in the recycling, but this one's not bad. So we're gonna put an oops sticker on it. It's still gonna get collected.
It will?
Yep.
Okay.
And
so no X's.
No
with
X's.
Oops.
Nope.
Okay. Oh my gracious. And the can is clean.
Yep, so this is some excellent recycling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. I don't see any issues. They even have their caps on their plastic bottles. They do. Now, one itty bitty teeny tiny thing, the wine corks. So we don't want the wine corks.
No wine corks.
So we're still going to give them a thank you because they are doing a great job.
But it would be the second one.
Yeah.
Where we put about the corks on.
Yep. So good job.
Yes.
But there was minor contamination. Not even that big of a deal. But we're going to let them know about that.
The cork? Mm-hmm. Okay. So now I think we're about to go and you're going to teach me now how the back end works with the cards. So we can send some cards out.
And this is where a lot of the education happens because, you know, there's only so much that feet on the street can do.
Absolutely.
But our drivers, they're seeing literally in a 2-week time span all 90,000 homes that we have in Greensboro. I think it's like 90,083 homes that we service in Greensboro, and it's growing literally every day because we've got a lot of new building going on. So we really get our message out through the mail.
Good.
And it's nerdy too. So get ready
to
get nerdy.
I'm a geeky nerd
yes,
when I need to.
Yes.
So that's a good thing.
I
absolutely do.
Right.
And not in this can. You have taught me well.
Yep.
I'm going to wrap it up just because I'm special.
Sweet.
What fun.
All right.
Time to go see the other stuff.
Let's go.
So now it's time to find out the back end, but probably the most important process of everything that we've talked about today. We're going to find out exactly how to get the information out to our citizens. So we are at our geeky part. I see a lot of dots, Tori.
Yes.
I do. So tell me about what this Mobile 311 situation is, because it's more than an app. It seems like it's a full process that you're about to do.
Yeah. So what we use Mobile 311 for is so these are all of our tags. That we've done since July. And
I was going to say, we did all that today.
So this is all of the ones that we've done since July 1st. And that's when we officially started the Recycle Right program of the increased inspections, the new stickers on the cans, the mailers too is when that started. So that's what we're doing right now. And so what we do is we have some reports that we run. So these are just all these addresses, and then I put them into this Excel file.
So is the end goal that this spreadsheet will actually give you the data you need to produce the cards?
Yep. So what ends up happening is we make labels, and I'll actually show you some of the stuff that we got. It's actually this one right over here. I wish I had done this before you got here, and then we could actually make them. So we've got our cards.
Oh.
And then we've got, these are our address labels. And then, as you can see, we've got this pre-filled
Got it.
about plastic bags, because plastic bags are by far our #1 contaminant.
Especially for the first notice.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we've got that in there so that we don't have to make an extra label, and it saves us a lot on labels. We date stamp everything, and then we mail those out. Usually we're mailing always the day after. So on Mondays we're mailing Fridays, on Tuesdays we're mailing Mondays, and we try to stay really on top of it, so because there are a lot. We mail out a lot of stuff, and I can actually show you probably the coolest graph that I work with. This graph means that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, in my opinion.
So you only removed 14 cards from July?
Only removed 14 cards.
I thought it would be so many more.
Yeah, so I'm going to make this nice and big so that we can see it. So since July 1st, we've tagged over 5,000 cards for first violations.
Wow.
We've tagged a little over 300 for second violations, less than 100 for third, and we've only removed 14 cards.
Well, I know with this particular graph, I learned a lot, and it wasn't even geeky. It was very informative to me. So thank you so much. And thank you all so much for everything that you're doing. I know I've learned even more today.
Yeah.
No more stickers for me.
Yeah.
And I am an ambassador because I was an inspector today.
Yes.
So I loved it. So thank you so very much.
Yeah.
You and Laine and everyone today for showing us everything.
Well, if you ever want to come out and inspect with us again, we're working on making sure that we get a volunteer list going, and we start to maybe bring some college kids or some really excited recycling folks out. We might have some people come out and help us.
I'll be back. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I tell you, boy, this can has worn me out today, but it was all for the good. I was able to go through several City of Greensboro streets and find out exactly what the City of Greensboro's Field Operations Department does and the GSO Collects app can do for you. I tell you, some of those actual tags we put on, I didn't even know they existed, especially the one that said thank you, because there are some people that are not doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, but there are some people that are getting it right. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can go to the GSO Collects app, or you can go to the City of Greensboro's website and find out all the good information on what we should be putting in these containers. My thing is, the diapers, not so much. The plastic bags, not so much, but some of the good things like the bottles and some of the other things we found today, that's doing it right. And as always, we try to put these things out there for you so we can show exactly how Greensboro works.